The question of whether swearing is a sin is one that has puzzled many individuals seeking to align their language with biblical teachings. Swearing, in contemporary terms, is often associated with using language that is considered offensive or impolite. However, the Bible's perspective is broader and focuses on the intention and impact of words, rather than the words themselves. The Bible does not provide a list of specific words to avoid, but instead highlights the significance of how words are used. We will delve into scriptural examples of strong language, analyze commonly cited verses, and emphasize the Bible's focus on the intent behind our words. Ultimately, the aim is to foster an understanding of the power and responsibility that come with the words we choose to use. The journey begins with a look at instances in the Bible where strong language is employed. By examining these examples, we can gain insight into the broader context and what lessons they impart regarding the use of language in a manner that honors both God and fellow humans. The Bible is replete with instances where strong language is utilized to convey messages with impact and urgency. One notable example is in Philippians 3:8, where Paul employs the word skubala, a term that translates to something more robust than rubbish. This choice of language underscores the intensity of his message about the value of worldly gains compared to knowing Christ. Another instance is in Ezekiel 23:20, where the prophet uses vivid and provocative imagery to describe Israel's unfaithfulness. By comparing Israel to prostitutes, the language serves to jolt the audience into understanding the gravity of their actions. These examples reveal that the Bible does not shy away from using strong language when necessary to communicate divine truths and rebuke. These examples highlight that strong language in the Bible is often contextually bound and serves a purpose beyond mere shock value. It is used to convey deeper spiritual truths and to provoke thought and reflection. When addressing the topic of swearing, several verses are frequently referenced as guidance for believers. Ephesians 5:4 advises against obscene stories, foolish talk and coarse jokes, encouraging instead the expression of gratitude. Colossians 3:8 echoes this sentiment by urging believers to rid themselves of anger, rage, malice, slander and filthy language from your lips. James March 6:10 presents a vivid illustration of the tongue's potential to cause harm, comparing it to a fire that can set a forest ablaze. Proverbs 4:24 advises readers to keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Collectively, these verses provide a framework for understanding the moral and ethical considerations surrounding language. They invite reflection on how our words align with our faith. A crucial aspect of the Bible's teachings on language is its emphasis on the manner of speech rather than prescribing a list of forbidden words. The Scriptures encourage believers to examine how their words are used and the intentions behind them. The Bible consistently highlights the power of words to build up or tear down, to bless or curse. In this light, swearing or using strong language is not inherently sinful, rather it is the context and intent that determine its moral standing. The key is to use language in a way that honors God and edifies others, aligning with the broader biblical principle of love and respect for one's neighbor. By understanding the Bible's focus on the manner of speech, believers are encouraged to examine not only the words they use, but also the attitudes and emotions that underpin their communication. The question of whether swearing is inherently sinful requires a deeper exploration of the context and intent behind the words. The Bible does not categorically label specific words as sinful. Rather, it cautions against using language that belittles, demeans, or causes harm. Swearing, when used to attack or belittle someone, crosses into sinful territory because it violates the biblical principle of treating others with love and respect. However, the same word used in a different context, such as to express frustration or to add emphasis in storytelling, may not carry the same moral weight. In Luke 6:45, we find the profound truth that out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. By understanding that swearing is not inherently sinful, believers are encouraged to be mindful of their language and its impact. It opens the door to conversations about the nuances of communication and provides an opportunity for personal reflection and growth. At the core of the biblical teachings on language is the call to examine the heart behind our words. The scriptures remind us that words are more than mere sounds. They are expressions of our innermost thoughts and intentions. The Bible urges individuals to cultivate a heart that is filled with love, patience, and kindness, as these qualities naturally flow into one's language. By focusing on developing a heart that mirrors these virtues, believers can ensure that their words are a source of encouragement and support, rather than division or harm. In practical terms, examining the heart behind our words means considering the impact of our speech on others. Are our words uplifting, or do they sow discord? Do they reflect the grace and compassion that are central to the Christian faith? Ultimately, the call to examine the heart behind our words is an invitation to embrace the transformative power of language. In conclusion, the biblical perspective on swearing is one that emphasizes the manner and intent behind our language rather than the words themselves. It encourages believers to be mindful of their speech and to use words in ways that honor God and uplift those around them. By focusing on the heart behind our words, we can ensure that our language reflects the values we hold dear. The journey through Scripture has revealed that while swearing is not inherently sinful, it is crucial to consider the context and impact of our words. The Bible invites us to use language that aligns with our faith, promoting peace, understanding, and love. As we reflect on our language choices, let us embrace the challenge to build others up through our words. Let us ask ourselves whether our speech reflects the light of our faith, and whether it serves to encourage and support those we encounter. By doing so, we honor the teachings of the Bible and embody the spirit of love and compassion in our interactions.